Hello there everybody, welcome back to another Lost Ark related video. It's Topical Tuesday where we take a look at the Lost Ark game subreddit over the last week and we take a look at just the posts, man. We hang out. You and I, we're like best friends. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna try to keep it around 15-ish minutes this week. I know I've been yapping longer and longer in these videos, but I feel kind of bad. I don't know. I feel like keeping them shorter is better than keeping them longer, even if I just kind of go off. Like the Mabel story video I made yesterday, it's like almost 30... Is it 30 minutes? It might be like over 30 minutes. That's crazy. And then the last week video for the Lost Ark one, it was also like almost 30 minutes. Like, I don't know. Sometimes I just got shit to say. Look. I did want to open this thread because I just noticed it when I refreshed the page. We need to talk about one of the biggest stealth nerfs we received, silver income. I don't think it's top post on the sub, but I just think that's funny as like the old school silver man. A lot of people always were like, whoa, how you have so much silver? It's just because I did Chaos Dungeons on fucking 18 characters for like a year straight. Wouldn't recommend it, by the way. Let's take a look at some of these posts. Balance patch coming in the January update. I remember clicking on that post when it got posted. Alright. We'll open up these and see how this does us. So, we need to talk about one of the biggest stealth nerfs we've experienced, silver income. Smilegate has quietly decimated the rate at which we generate silver. No more silver from Hell, arguably less silver from Chaos Dungeons, and the amount of silver we can get from dumping excess event materials has also been nerfed. I'm sure there are countless other examples I could list. I've never been as strapped for silver as I am now, and it's in no small part to us simply generating a lot less of it than we did before. So this is gonna sound really stupid, but like, what other, like, okay, what silver sinks exist in the game now that aren't just like rerolling gems? I'm like, I have no idea. What have they changed? I'm curious. Like, what else do you need silver for? Because it was basically just gem rerolls, right? And, I mean, granted, you needed quite a bit of silver for it. But what else do you need silver for? Because I don't think you need it for honing. You don't need it for quality upgrades. You don't need it for any of the systems that I remember. Do you need it for Art Grid at all? I genuinely don't know. Let me know what you guys need silver for. I'm curious, genuinely. Because I've been out of the game for a bit. Is it still just like gems? Is gems like the main thing? Because I think I still got like 500 mil silver, so I could do some gem rerolling, you know what I'm saying? I got you guys. It's just funny to me. Definitely noticed way less silver than before. I can only imagine how annoying it must be if I didn't already have a huge stockpile. Yeah, I mean, that's how it's always been, though, right? If you don't have a lot of silver, and you are somebody who like constantly was running into issues where they need more silver, then you're kind of in this like perpetual cycle. And if you just have a bunch of silver, it's like a basically irrelevant currency. In this thread, people who have enough of normally pointless currency don't think the people going wildly negative should address the problem, even though it wouldn't hurt them or the economy in any way if everyone suddenly had infinite silver. Yeah. Trust me, if I could meaningfully enhance my silver income, I would. I can't. I'm barring buying more character slots and buying power passes to waste specifically for more silver. Almost dry at this point. Day 1 player who never had silver issues since mid T3. Flashbacks of Bro 1, when silver and shards prohibited honing harder than gold ever could. May I remind you that due to all our bitching, some topics about how people literally wouldn't be able to hone up their goals by certain raid launch, they effectively halved all shard silver usage, and that finally felt right. Yeah, I mean, back in the day, the silver cost for honing was ridiculous. But they got rid of it, didn't they? Or do you still need silver to hone? I honestly can't remember. I genuinely don't remember. Because it used to be one of the, like, bigger bottlenecks. That and gems. Legit, the only real use for silver is not to let people reroll gems without limit. Yeah, I mean, that's, like, the only thing that it ever was, because it was prohibitively expensive per reroll for a level 10 gem. Well, not prohibitively expensive, but it could get very expensive very quick, especially if you were just looking for one specific skill. What are you spending silver on? Nothing in this game costs any meaningful amount of silver other than rolling gems. Crucible will delete huge amounts of silver. Accessories, right. So you do need it for Astro Gems, and then you still... No, honing for filler alts. So what, is it still like T3, the non-gold? The non-gold, like, honing is silver only, right? And then everything else is just gold? I don't know. One of you guys in the comments will get me. I know you will. You guys always got my back. Except for the times you don't have my back, in which case, hey, I get it, man. I wouldn't have my back either. Oh yeah, I forgot to shill. Make sure you do engagement stuff if you're still watching. Either like or dislike the video and subscribe because bigger number, better person. Thank you. I love all you guys. We take class balance very seriously. It's a meme, but I like this. April 2025. Class balance patch. Class balance is vital to maintaining a fair and engaging experience. We take it very seriously. We always strive to bring the latest class balance updates to the Western version as soon as possible. Classic. It's all Smilegate want to protect these Korean cows. Damn, why are you calling them a cow, bro? They're whales. AGS has no pull left with Smilegate because of our player base. China has potential, so Smilegate still gives them special treatment. I mean, I don't know how true that is, but I definitely think the whole point of a publisher is to be the direct line to the developer, right? And obviously, as somebody who has literally zero experience with things like this and like how the actual like intercommunications work, I'm just going off of a purely vibes-based angle. But you would assume that a publisher has the ability to push for certain things, especially since a publisher, you're localizing something for a specific like geographic location, right? So you would be more in tune with that location, right? So you would assume that you would want to push for things that location specifically wants or like would thrive with, and get rid of things that maybe don't work from the other like geographic location. I don't know, maybe I'm just fucking losing my shit. I'm totally down to lose my shit, you know? Like, I'm not attached to my marbles. I'm down. Let me know what you guys think, though. Why are all the QOL changes and the balance patch in February? Are you guys actually regarded, man? What is going on with you? You have Dragon Knight for February as content already. Lying down, man. 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 Why are all the QOL changes? Could not have said it better myself, brother. Stop holding balance patches hostage. This is actually ridiculous. AGS is tone deaf. Not gonna lie, I strongly believe that it's Smilegate holding it hostage for the West. John J. Hack, gotta make those China servers feel special. Most likely is, honestly, there's not really a reason after the top 10 KFM is solidified. Even then, they said they're introducing ArtGrid after. Unfortunately, there's been quite a few global versions of games in the past where they won't be allowed to host the up-to-date client builds from Smilegate because of some fucky contract they've done. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's Amazon who decides things. I think that's pretty apparent. I think it's Smilegate that kind of dictates the roadmap, and Amazon just kind of publishes it, really. I mean, there's obviously some discussion that can be had, and you can see it when they actually push back with, like, players' feedback and stuff, which is why I always say, like, the publisher has their direct line to the developer. Like, they can do things, too. I think it's too little too late kind of deal, where I don't think there's much they can do at this point because it's been, like, historically too little, you know what I mean? Let's not even mention the fact that Argos on Vault and stage event is nowhere to be seen. I guess memes were true. We will get it in a year. We'll see. The moment we get the current balance patch, it will be the same moment that Korea gets a newer one, and we will again be behind X Dizzle. Actual Doom legit making the game worse than it is with these decisions. Ooh, an image. China #1, Russia balance patch, Smilegate, and a balance in February. I'd be like that. It's like they're trying to kill any hype. Genuinely, we need to riot. We need to spam EGS with complaints because this is unacceptable. 5 months for a balance patch is a fucking joke. I mean, I mean, I think it goes back to kind of what I just said. I think it's probably just the lack of pushing from Amazon historically has probably gotten them into this issue, and now that the player base in the West, like the Western version of the game, is very small, I'm not so sure Smilegate really gives too much of a shit anymore. That's just my take on it, and also with the whole downsizing of AGS and AGS basically not even really being a thing anymore, aside from literally, like, their small publishing division at this point. I think Lost Ark in the West's best chance is to get a new publisher. I've been saying that since the AGS downsizing. I don't know, man. I hope for the best, though. Truly, I do. Because why would I not? Balance patch is coming in the January update, so this was a couple days ago as well. It's from all the bitching, but basically TLDR's balance patch coming in the January update, which is funny because it was originally coming in the February update anyway, so they only pushed it forward a little bit, and some people were speculating it would be really funny if it like came out on the last week of January, so it's still basically a February patch type shit. I think that would be hilarious. We'll see, though. I'm not a diplomat, but if I read it right, AGS is basically saying between the lines it's on Smilegate, but keep complaining like now because it makes a difference. Can't be too obvious about it from a business perspective. Correct me if I'm wrong. Not defending or accusing any of the parties, just food for thought. Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what I was saying, and this is kind of what I feel like is the most likely. I think AGS has the ability to push things towards the developer, and the developer then can choose whether to act on it or not. If there's not a lot of people who are pushing for something specific, or like, this is why I always, when the surveys used to come out and I was like heavily into the game, at the end of my videos, whenever a survey would come out, or even at the start of my videos, when it's like these videos, I would always highly encourage people to take the direct Amazon Game Studio survey, asking for feedback, because those surveys are 100% going directly to Smilegate. Like, Amazon is taking this data, the AGS Studio is taking the data, and they're compiling it for a reason to give to Smilegate, to be like, hey, this is what we're collecting. It's like directly from the player base, like straight up, like, hello, do something. Obviously, there's other avenues where the player like sentiment can be found. Reddit is one of them. I mean, at this point, it's like the only place aside from the official Discord, I guess. But I'm not like a big official Discord guy. Never been. I'm not an official Discord guy for Lost Ark. I'm not an official Discord guy for MapleStory. It's just not my vibe. Anyways, it's so over. We're so back. That's the cycle. That is the cycle. This post is no longer a conspiracy theory, but the truth. And it's the post that we just read. My guess, Smilegate is intentionally delaying the balance patch. Oh, good. It's my boy XX Meme Lord 420. Korea needs to get another balance patch before we get the double whammy in February for it to line up. If it happens, I shall start running with it as the truth. This is my prophet right here. My boy Meme Lord. Honestly, Paul, the post was pretty well thought out. It makes a lot of sense. People need to understand Smilegate's first priority is always going to be protecting their KR cash cow. They know exactly what they need to do to succeed in the West, but they won't make the necessary changes because they know it'll conflict with the fundamental philosophies for how they manage the game and milk the players in Korea. They don't want anything in the West built to the game to have any possibility of negatively affecting Korea sentiment too much, or God forbid affect spending in any capacity. So they'll purposely keep us gimped to avoid that possibility altogether. If Korea gets in their balance patch before we get the ultra delayed ones in February, it'll basically be a confirmation and not a conspiracy theory. I mean, I would fully buy into this, but then what's the deal with the Chinese version? Why does the Chinese version have such a different like outlook on the game? Because a lot of the things that are missing from the Chinese version are things that like generate a lot of revenue, right? So if it were solely that reason, you would assume it would apply to every version of the game, not just specifically the NA version, right? or the global version, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I think it's not completely crazy though, as far as the tinfoil hat conspiracies go, but I don't fully believe it either because of the Chinese version, like the things that they're missing. I know the Chinese version itself has a lot of other issues, but I don't know. It's just food for thought. Really makes you think. Anyways, damn, I kept it around 15 minutes exactly. Anyways, I'll wrap it up there. Thank you guys so much for watching, as always, hanging out with me, spending some time. Like the video if you like it, subscribe. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Bye!